Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another part of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Um, yeah, we're not really much to say other than let's get back into it. Wait, okay, there they are. Alright, Yukari is next. I'm not sure what this will entail, but it will be something. Everything is still, and it feels like I'm left behind in the flow of time.
Like I thought, there's something wrong with the entire town. This is just like the dark hour.
The dark hour. Leaving the fog aside, the town's situation seems very similar to back then. There's a small pang in my heart when I think back on some long-forgotten sensations. But I don't feel anxious. Just back then, I'm going to save people close to me.
Anyway, I've got to meet up with Junpei so we can look for Mitsuru-senpai and the others.
That's easy enough to say, but the entire town has become something like a maze, and I'm having trouble getting closer to the station since leaving the others at Junes. I've walked for quite a distance.
Oh, I wonder if everyone's okay. I'm worried about Kikuno-san too. If only Fuka was here.
The sound of a helicopter faded away quickly after it left. The town is oddly quiet. I'm actually glad that there aren't any people around though, since I don't have the time to change. I'm still in my feather pink costume. Not father pink, what the heck? It didn't bother me much when I was in the helicopter, but just imagining walking around like this where other people might see would be embarrassing beyond belief.
That's quite a bizarre look you have there, Yukari.
Mitsuru-senpai?
I see a familiar silhouette through the fog. Wait, what? Why is she dressed like a villain from my show? I mean, I know she's never been all that interested in fashion, but in any case, I'm relieved to see her.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Are Fuka and Akihiko-senpai with you too? Where's Aigis?
Who knows? Most likely disgracing herself in some unsightly way somewhere. She's capable of getting herself killed on her own.
Huh? Mitsuru-senpai?
Don't you think so? You came to this place to do battle to begin with. Isn't that so, Yukari Takeba?
Something's not right. I recall something from the files about the previous P1 Grand Prix. When two people would meet, their words would be twisted, enraging them until a fight ensued. Is that what's happening here?
Mitsuru-senpai, are you all right? Are you really hearing what I'm saying?
Forgive me. We're both under the same circumstances, so let's get along.
I have a feeling I know what this is. In which case, I'm gonna have something to do too.
We were both released from those foolish restraints of our fathers, after all.
That repulsive laugh causes something to snap within me. Dad, I don't care if this is a trap or not. Before I realize it, I'm shooting back at Mitsuru-senpai. Shouting, not shooting.
Don't play games with me. You promised me that we'd fulfill our dad's wishes, that we'd have them watch over us as we work together.
Hold it right there! Please stop fighting over me! Achoo!
Huh? What the?
A strange round object bounced between us. Huh? Is it somebody in a costume? Wait, I remember seeing this in the files that Kikuno-senpai was prepared for us. This is a persona user from Inaba. I think the person wearing it was named Teddy. Wait, it's talking now.
Wowza! I was drawn to the smell of beauties, but here's a couple that are dressed kinda...
Yeah, okay. I might not be dressed very sensibly right now, but you're the one wearing a full-body animal suit.
But this isn't Mitchon. It's a complete fake trying to mimic Michan's beautiful bod!
Michan? You mean Mitsuru-senpai? Hold on a sec. A fake?
That's right! This Michan is made of shadows and...
Just then, Mitsuru-senpai kicks Teddy square in the face, and the suit goes flying with tremendous force and rolls to the edge of the street. He doesn't move a muscle from there. I wonder if he's still alive.
Shut up, you ball. Now bring on the ring.
Oh, you want to fight? Actually, I have something interesting to show you. Give me just a moment. Is everyone ready? All right, then. I am a shadow, the true self. Anyways. Oh, I should probably click on this. Just then, I noticed that Mitsuru-senpai's eyes are shining and burning golden color. Oh gosh. This may be a fake Mitsuru-senpai, but it looks like exactly like the real thing. She raises her hand. 4 red pillars fall down from the sky and slam to the ground, surrounding us. Just then, I noticed that Mitsuru-senpai's eyes are shining and burning a golden color.
Are you really a fake Mitsuru-senpai?
Yes, I didn't intend to hide that fact from you. I am a duplicate, recreated from the exact knowledge of whom Tsukiyomi Jones. What?
Well, you see, the difference between us is I'm a real one. You're the fake.
You took Mitsuru-senpai's form and mocked my dad! I will not forgive this!
I'm in a simple fit of rage. A phenomenon similar to the Dark Hour. A tower that looks like Tartarus. Anything could happen now and it wouldn't surprise me. But for this thing to take on the form of my best friend and do what it did, it's absolutely unforgivable.
You're a shadow, right? I won't show you any mercy!
Oh, how sad. Ooh, there is something I want to do before we end up getting to this fight, actually. Because I worked on more than just the eyes, of course. As you can see, my face looks a bit different.
Finally.
Okay, 1 second. I think. Anyways, let's get to it.
I'm not pushing your mind! It ends here! Go! I said that! You're mine! I'm no pushover! I saw that! You're mine!
Woohoo! I'm glad you won!
You know, for a shadow, you certainly suck at replicating. The moment my victory was decided, I hear something shatter. The red post began to crumble, and the creature that had taken on Mitsuru Senpai's form begins to melt.
Yikes! Gross! Oh, but she really was a shadow.
I can't help but wonder at the bizarre sight. That's when Teddy comes rushing over, his footsteps making a strange squeaky sound. Thank goodness. It looks like he hasn't been hurt too badly.
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
Nah, but thanks. I'm just a bit ashamed of myself. I knew that was a trap, but I couldn't keep myself from getting worked up. And that wasn't even the real Mitsuru, but a shadow. It's not even funny.
When the topic of my dad came up, I lost my cool. I thought I'd already sorted out my feelings about him too.
Don't feel bad. I mean, I have a keen nose, but I have to get up close and personal to sniff out the difference.
With that, Teddy turns to face me, and his nose twitches. Huh? That must be a very elaborate costume. Or maybe it's not a costume at all? In either case, it seems this Teddy character has a search ability, like Fuka's persona.
Really? Well, thanks. I survived thanks to you.
One must be kind to the ladies. That's the family motto of the Teddy clan.
Alright, I like the crazed one.
If you say so, but you're a persona user from this town, right? I'm Yukari Takiba, a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I'm sorry if you hear stuff in the
Does that
background.
mean anything to you?
Hold on. It's not that I dislike it, it's just I don't think it's fitting for reading normally.
Oh, you must be a friend of Michan then, Yuka-chan. So, are those clothes a uniform or something?
Yuka-chan, huh? Actually, there's a good reason why I'm dressed like this.
I can sense at least 2 reasons right around here.
Hey, what do you— Hey! Feather Smash!
How cruel! I was just saying hello.
Deserved.
Ooh, no wonder you're a hero of Justice Featherman victory. Even the cold female boss Michan didn't stand a chance against you.
I hear a voice and turn around to discover that a TV has somehow appeared behind us without either of us noticing. General Teddy is on the screen, like he had been while I was on the helicopter. The more I look at him, the more he looks just like the Teddy standing next to me. But they're different people, right? He might even be a fake, just like a copy of Mitsuru Senpai that I just fought.
I know you're here, you imposter. Stop hiding and show yourself. All you did was roll on the ground, but you've got quite a cheeky mouth. But whatever. The real Michan's execution show is gonna start soon, you know?
Execution?
You can't miss this event. The Execution Queen is going to be executed herself. If you don't want that to happen, maybe you should stop dallying around like this and hurry to the tower where I am, Yuka-chan! Hey, hold it right there! Give Michan and the others back!
And just like that, General Teddy disappears from the screen. Mitsuru Senpai is gonna be executed? I have to put a stop to it. I really want to find Junpei, but I might have to leave him for later.
Oh no, we have to hurry and save her. Teddy, didn't you say that you have a keen nose?
Yep. You want me to find Michan with my nose, right? Well, I can't stop sneezing in this red fog, though.
Oh, so that's why you were sneezing when you got here. So, it would be helpful if you could search for her.
I'll do it. If Michan's in trouble, I can't rest until she's safe.
Thanks. Having you come along is really reassuring.
Wowza Bo Bowza! I've been recognized for my skills. I, Teddy, swear to be your knight from this moment forth.
Wowza Boberza. Teddy salutes grandly in the middle of his speech, then sneezes loudly. I had heard that persona users of Inaba were pretty unique. They do seem a little weird, but don't necessarily mean it in a bad way.
Well then, shall we get going, Sir Knight? You can tell me more about your friends, too. But the next time you try something funny, I'll blast you with a hyper feather shot. Got it?
Ah! You're so cruel, Yuka-chan!
I decide to head towards the Tartarus-like structure with Teddy, and we immediately begin dashing in that direction. Sorry, Junpei. You'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Poor Junpei. He's just being left there. Surely he'll find his way somehow. Alright. Time to play as Ken.
Another dead end.
I sighed for the umpteenth time that day, and Koromaru and I trade glances. While searching for that mysterious figure that appeared to look so much like Ikutsuki, we ended up on a Samagawa floodplain that flows through Inaba. We went through the stairway in Junes without an incident, but from there the town was shrouded in red mist. Every path twisted like a maze, turning us away from the direction we wanted to go. Having gone for so long without finding any meaningful information was starting to worry a little. In any case, this entire situation, a town filled with red fog and the stroke of midnight turning into another world. The appearance of another tower that looks just like Tartarus.
Careful, Koromaru. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into shadows.
Koromaru seems to nod. Still, this really is like the Dark Hour. It's never truly ended. While I had been living my life in peace like a child, the world was still in danger. And I was left out in the cold.
Why didn't anyone tell me anything? I'm definitely strong enough to fight beside everyone else. Being removed from the unit just because of my age isn't fair. Right? Who's there?
I shout at the fog, and a dark shape nonchalantly walks out of the mist towards us. Koromaru begins to growl.
And you're irritated about it. Is that me?
The shape turns out to be two figures, me and Koromaru. It's like looking into a mirror.
What's the meaning of this? Even if you try to deceive us with those appearances, it's no use.
Oh my goodness, that was loud. I feel a wave of malevolence from the shadow that took my form. I ready my spear and take a fighting stance. I'm not deceived. This is definitely an enemy.
Being a child only on the surface, peaceful only on the surface, friends only on the surface. Aren't such things only nuisances? Shut up! I know how you feel because I'm you. Or to be more precise, I'm a perfect copy based on everything there is to you. That's why I can tell what you're thinking, what dissatisfies you, and how much you desire to fight. So what? What does what I'm thinking have anything to do with you?
I can't help but raise my voice at the other me says. It's as if I can see straight into my heart and say exactly what haunts me the most, hurts me the most. I can feel my hands trembling in agitation. I have to calm down. The thing isn't me.
It does involve me. I mean, you want to fight, don't you? Then we have the same objective. What? Persona.
Kurumaru's sharp barking brings me to my senses. The enemy appears to have summoned a persona, one exactly like mine, Kalanemi. It attacks, striking directly at me. Oh, it's too close. I can't dodge.
Look out, kid!
Oh shit. Kanji. What am I doing? I need to focus. I desperately try to sort out what just happened. Somebody tall jumped in front of me. Did he protect me? The person who struck dead on Persona's attack falls heavily to his knees. I'm instantly reminded of another time when somebody else died protecting me. I've made the same mistake again.
Damn it! Hey kid, what are you walking your dog around here for? Such a goddamn adorable dog, too.
Huh?
That wasn't what I meant to say. Hurry up and find somewhere safe. Things are dangerous here right now.
You're...
Oh my goodness. I stared dumbfounded at the man who shielded me. This must be Kanji Tatsumi, one of the Inaba persona users described in the files I went over during the helicopter flight. He still seems okay. That's a relief. Actually, he appears to have a lot of energy to spare. Must be really tough.
Hanji-kun, here comes another! Sukuna Hikuna, go!
The sound of a heavy collision echoes across the floodplain. The fake Kurumaru tried to attack Kanji-san, but it was hit by the persona of another person who came running towards us through the fog. That's Naruto Shirogane, another persona user in Inaba.
Hanji-kun, you were being reckless again. Are you alright?
Naoto, grab the kid and get out of here. I'll take care of this.
Bravery and recklessness are not the same thing. We'll do something about this.
Naoto-san turns to face me. Does this person know about me?
You're Kanemata, a member of the Shadow Operatives Emergency Special Suppression Unit, correct? And you're Koromaru-san. Please lend us your help. We want to return this town to its normal state.
Huh? Shadow operatives? Are you a persona user too? Wait, does that mean the dog's got a persona too?
Yep.
Looks like we have some more shitty guests. Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and make a decision. Which of you is fighting me? Oh, you don't have to fight. But your captured companions are having their powers drained, and things may become irreversible if you don't hurry.
What? What are you doing to them?
Who knows? Why don't you find out for yourselves? In any case, bring on the ring.
When the other me raises his spear into the air, 4 shining pillars fall from the skies to surround us, glowing faintly.
Yeah, a barrier! Indeed. It must mean that unless we fight and win, we won't be able to proceed any further.
Oh good, you understand. That makes things easier. This will be a one-on-one battle. Can we start fighting already? I can't wait any longer.
Cut the bullshit, you fake! You just said it was one-on-one, so what's with the dog?
What, this? The mud hardly counts. He's just a weapon after all.
Kanji-san and Naoto-san are standing between me and the devil, as if to protect me. I step forward past them. I've been too naive. Not only did I let this thing's words deceive me, but I let myself make the same mistakes I had before. Even worse, I just called Koromaru nothing more than a weapon. It's been a while since I last felt this emotion. I can't let this go unpunished.
I had been too conceited. I didn't understand anything at all.
Ken-kun?
Naoto, don't butt into this. Comes a time when a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Ken, huh? I got your back, so settle this for yourself!
Kanji-san takes a seat to the ground. Naoto-san sees this, then holsters her gun and nods to me. They're so awkward, but I'm thankful for their kindness right now.
Thank you. I will win this. Let's go, Koromaru!
As I raise my spear, the image of someone standing protectively in front of me resonates within. From back then, and again just now. The shadow that looks like me stands before me. If I defeat it, I wonder if I'll be able to change.
Finally!
It's close. Yell at it now.
Kurumaru! No good! Too bad! Here I come! Are you ready?
Oh yeah! I like your style!
Just as the document said, the two of them were summoning their personas without having to use evokers. Because of that, I thought that perhaps I would be able to do so as well. And I was right. But being able to summon personas like this should only be possible in the TV world. Has something changed to make this place the same as the other world? While I was thinking about that, I watched the thing that had taken my shape melt into a puddle like a burning candle. Koromara sniffs suspiciously at the puddle of black goo and barks once.
Is this a shadow?
Huh? I thought somebody's shadow was supposed to turn into a persona when you beat it.
Kanji-kun, didn't you notice? That wasn't a shadow that came out of Ken-kun. It must have been a fake created to bear his likeness. The most obvious evidence of that is how both fighters were able to summon personas in battle.
Defeating your own shadow makes them into your persona? I see. So that's how you acquired the power of personas.
Huh? That's not how it went for you guys?
Yes, we do things a little differently. In any case, thank you.
It's fine. Ow.
Kanji-kun, are you alright?
I'm sorry. It's my fault that you got hurt.
Hey, it's nothing. But, to make up for it,
Yes, what is it?
you think maybe I could, like, pat you on the back or something?
What?
What?
I suddenly remember something. According to the material I read in the helicopter, the participants in the P1 Grand Prix were all given nicknames that were embarrassing, but had a kernel of truth. And if I recall correctly, Kanji-san's was Beefcake Emperor. What exactly does that mean?
Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh my god, he's an albino Shiba. This is totes adorbs. Shiba!
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, you meant Koromaru.
I was confused too. I thought he was talking to Ken.
Huh? Who else? Who's a good dog? Who's got himself a persona? Is it you? Is it you?
We don't have time for this, Kanji-kun. Perhaps later.
No, we do have time for it. Let's keep going. Koromaru pet time.
Right. Sorry about that, Koro-chan.
Kanji-san gently lets Koromaru go and pulls himself together before turning to me.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Ken-kun. Did you see the Midnight Channel broadcast that came on earlier?
The one where Mitsuru-san and her friends were crucified, right? Was that for real?
I saw it while we were in the helicopter. We were searching for them after they went missing.
I see. Then it's quite possible that what was shown on the Midnight Channel was true.
I have no conclusive evidence that the video was real, but we ought to consider that it was. If that fake me wasn't lying, then they're in danger. We have to hurry and rescue them.
Indeed. Please allow me to get a better grasp of the situation first. Are there any other members of the Shadow Operatives here?
There are 3 of us, including me. Oh, and if we manage to meet up with another one who might be here, that would make 4. I came with Yukari-san and Labra-san. It seems that Junpei-san got here on his own as well. We split up at Junes, and we're now on the move separately. Labra-san headed to the tower, and Yukari-san went to find Junpei-san. Koromaru and I are... we're pursuing someone in particular.
Someone in particular? Is this person related to the case?
I don't know yet, but I'm positive that he attacked our helicopter.
I see. All right then. Is there anything you know about what's happening in this town and that tower that suddenly appeared?
Naoto-san points to the tower looming out of the fog. The tower is dimly illuminated by the red light of the moon, and there is an eerie silence. It's just like back then.
Is this reminiscent of the dark hour that you have experience with?
That's...
But the dark hour, hearing those words come out of Naruto-san's mouth, baffles me. What's happening here in Inaba is quite similar to the dark hour. The appearance of that tower, the shadows. No matter how you think about it, there's no denying the similarities between the case from 3 years ago. I speak from experience. I can't feign ignorance, but how much am I allowed to tell them about what happened 3 years ago? Seeing me hesitate, Naoto-san looks serious for a moment before quietly speaking up.
You do know something, but it's difficult to explain. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can understand well why you're keeping your lips tight, but...
This abnormality may be a continuation of the case we had been involved in. If that's so, then I feel guilty about dragging these innocent people into it. Is this how Mitsuru-san always feels? As I'm lost in thought, Kanji-san slaps me on the back.
Hey, stop playing hard to get and just spill the beans already. You know you can count on us.
Kanji-kun's right. Mitsuru-san and the others are close to us too. They must be saved as quickly as possible. Don't we have the same objective here? And there's no reason that we shouldn't be cooperating with each other.
Yeah.
Close to you.
Since they call the people I care for close to them as well, and seem to be seriously worried about them, I don't feel the need to hide anything from them anymore. These people saved me without regard for their own safety, after all.
I see. So that's what happened. But even the document I read reported that Shuji Akutsuki had died. What is going on here?
We exchange what information we each have. Our struggle from 3 years ago. Ordinary people would never understand my story, but Naoto-san and Kanji-san listen to me with serious expressions. And likewise, I hear about their struggle last year. Naoto-san tells me about their experience as something that most people would have trouble comprehending as well. We come to understand that what we've gained through our struggles is the same. The feelings that me, Yukari-san, Labra-san, and even Koromaru while descending into Inaba and Kanji-san and Naoto-san's feelings about fighting now are the same. We're all fighting to protect something precious to us.
All right. If that's the case, then it'd be fastest if we just charge straight into that tower. Oh!
Hold on. We should head to Junes for now. It's possible that the others have gathered there. And your injuries are considerable, Kanji-kun. I'll accompany you.
Huh? Don't I have any say in?
Kanji-kun,
Fine.
what will you do, Ken-kun? Coming to Junes with us is one idea.
Kanji-san's hurt pretty badly. This is my fault for letting my guard down. Still, would it be alright to leave them and continue in the tower alone just because I'm worried about the others? I still haven't found Akutsuki either. What's the right answer here? What can I do in this situation?
Hey, what's the holdup? This should be a no-brainer for you.
Huh?
Your buddies are in danger, so you want to go save them, right? And stop wasting your time thinking about it and go.
Kanji-san.
There's no need to be concerned about us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone resembling Akutsuki on our way to Junes. There's no time. You need to hurry. Once we've met up with our friends, we'll find you again.
Thank you. Koromaru and I will head to that tower.
Ha! That's all you had to say from the start. Careful, though. Another fake might try to jump you like the one here did.
Yes, I know. I won't let my guard down anymore.
I look Kanji-san straight into the eye. He's a tall guy, but I only have to look up a little to do so. 3 years ago, when I was still in elementary school, I looked up at my taller senpai and strove to become like them. Since then, I suppose I've become impatient without realizing it. I'd lost sight of what was around me. I felt as if I was the only one being left behind.
Good! Now get going!
Kanji-san tousles my hair and puts his hand on my shoulder.
Right. Please be careful, you two.
With a slight feeling of embarrassment and yet nostalgia, I run off along with Koromaru. There are other Persona users besides my senpai from Gekkokan High, and they're a little close to my age too. A new meeting and new companions. I'm sure it's not just my imagination, but my heart feels a little lighter now. As I turn the corner, the view before me opens up. I see a slope leading to the tower up on the hill. Before we end up getting to that, I'm just gonna do a battle here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well then, let's go.
If you could choose someone to encourage you on, who would it be?
Let's do this!
Very well.
Show me the ultimate fight!
Now, shall we get started?
Full power! Fight on!
Round one. Fight!
I'm coming for you!
Now, right? Better luck next time! All right, I can feel
Fall into a day. Do you wish to be executed?
This might be a tough fight.
Win.
Easy peasy.
Round two. Fight!
On guard! You're finished! Artemisia! Go!
Wait! This is gonna be awesome! Too late to get back.
Wanna stay?
This isn't good! Better luck next time! Right! Get the final blow!
I'm sorry. I had no choice.
A huge victory! What a shocking finish!
You should gain more actual combat experience.
Else you won't be able to protect those precious to you when it matters most.
Extremely offensive.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists.
I keep telling you not to do it. They're a real pain, you know?
Cripes, you never shut up, do you? Just shut up, you little shit. Shut up before I cut you down right now.
I thought you called me because you needed me. You're the one who's getting impatient. Well, I'm going for a walk.
That son of a bitch, I really am gonna kill him sooner or later. Hey, switch with me.
Sounds. No voices. Two voices responding to each other. A conversation. I feel two presences nearby. My senses slowly return as I rise out of unconsciousness. Before I can register the individual words being said, the conversation ends. I feel one of the presences in the room moving away.
Looks like you're awake.
I furrow my brow. The persona standing before me has a different presence than either of the two I had sensed. A red-haired young man in a Yasagami High uniform? Did a child like him capture us?
What have you done with the others? Let them go at once.
So those are your first words after regaining consciousness. I don't think you understand your situation.
I understand that I've been captured by some boorish people at the very least.
We were ambushed in Inaba Pass, caught completely off guard. The limousine we sent over the edge with us inside, and now I find myself here. My arms and legs are bound. Someone has taste in binding me like this. I recall a particularly loathsome memory from the past. The cross must be the cause of this immense sense of fatigue that I'm feeling in my entire body. I don't seem able to summon my persona, but...
Who are you? Is this all you're doing?
That was a pointless question. Even if it is, what are you going to do about it? Jump down off that cross and kill me?
I look at my surroundings. This place. The people where my companions had been captured and crucified in the past. The past where my beloved father met his unfortunate end. The top of the moon viewing tower. And this cross. Only one name comes to mind.
Shuji Ikutsuki. Is this revenge for him?
Revenge. A pointless word. What do you think of the previous performance? It must have seemed like something from Ikutsuki's own mind.
Performance?
When we pursued Labris and entered the TV world last time, a mastermind robbed Labris of her freedom and spoke of his own evil scheme. That's right. His speech did resemble Ikutsuki's own mannerisms. That's why we narrowed our search for the culprit down to those related to ergo research, and how we were able to gather more information.
Don't worry. He's dead. Not just dead, but killed. You must understand. You're a Kirijo.
Are you trying to say that we killed him? But he was...
I hear something dripping right next to me. Crimson eyes shine coldly, but behind a golden mask, white and black liquid swirls from its head. Is this a persona? Suddenly, it slams the hilt of its sword into my abdomen. The blow sends my mind reeling, but I barely manage to retain consciousness.
Ikutsuki doesn't matter. You're nothing but bait after all.
What?
I've shown them how you've been captured. How touching. Your comrades are gathering one after another.
What are you after? What do you intend to do to my comrades?
Even your calm, collected facade cracks when your little friends are involved. Don't worry. You'll all die together eventually. Not just you, but all life itself. I will destroy this world. Everything will die. And this place will be reborn into a new world. His world. Where only one life remains.
His world? Preposterous. I don't know how you intend to bring this about, but I won't let you create a world like that.
I don't need your understanding. All I will do is grant a boy his wish.
A boy?
That's right. Doesn't it ring a bell, Kirijo? Your desires created that boy and gave birth to me.
What?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. I am the embodiment of your sins. Just take your time and wait.
Sho Minazuki. That name was in the report I received from Kikuno. That's right. It was the name I saw in Shuji Ikutsuki's experiment data. If I recall correctly, that experiment was a number of pieces to the puzzle fall in place for me.
Wait!
I raise my voice as loud as I can to the boy who has his back turned to me. Suddenly, I'm struck with a sensation of something being drained from my body, and my vision blurs. I desperately try to cling to consciousness. I must escape this place and stop his plan. I won't let him destroy this world, no matter what. That's not good. Feels like it's been a while since I left Yukari-san and Ken-kun at Junes. While wandering in the fog-shrouded town of Inaba, I used this time to carefully review the data on the memory card Kikuno-san gave me. All these documents deal with ergo research. Even with my calculation abilities, I won't be able to unlock the perception of the final file in an appreciable period of time. It's with a slight feeling of disappointment that I finally reached the entrance of Yasugami High. I stand petrified before it. The eccentric decorations of the distorted school building look familiar, but the gigantic tower looming overhead exudes intimidation much more than what I saw from the helicopter. I look back down at the path I came from and see the town spread around the hilltop I find myself on. The town of Inaba has been twisted into a mind-numbing maze, sunken into the murk of the stagnant red waters of the fog.
There's nobody around. I hope everyone's okay.
Wait, it's Lapras? Well, I didn't know it was Lapras. Interesting. Okay. Before I become absorbed by my emotions, my radar detects someone approaching.
I found you.
I hear a familiar voice and see a figure coming up the hill. That's...
Yukun? Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming here.
Huh?
Okay. Listen here, buddy. Something's not right. Yukun's missing something. I don't feel any kind of warmth from him. There's none of the kind of consideration he has towards his friends. And at the same time, an internal sense begins to alert me of the presence of an approaching enemy, and a message transmits itself furiously into my senses. Eliminate the target shadow.
You ain't Yukun. You're a shadow.
Not bad, anti-shadow suppression weapon. Then again, I never intended to deceive you by taking this form.
Showing up looking like Yukun. What's your game, buddy?
I came to warn you. Where you are is not where you should be.
What
What are you saying?
Don't get so worked up. Don't you know it? Deep down, you know that you're nothing but trouble to them. If you'd never shown up, this town would have been peaceful. They don't think of you as a friend. You're just a nuisance that brought them to scorn.
Well, that's... But they all accepted me for who I am.
No matter what excuse you give, you're still just a weapon. A tool can never befriend a human, and you will never be accepted by them either.
That ain't true! That can't be!
I desperately try to deny it, but my words fail me. I'm a machine, and I was created as a weapon. I am nothing but a tool to destroy shadows. There's no way something like me could befriend people. My heart begins to crumble. I came this far, but...
What about you, Labras? What'll you do?
I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
As my heart is about to crumble, familiar voices echo in my mind. That's right. I came here with the trust of my comrades. That's why I won't falter anymore.
I am a weapon. My body is mechanical and my heart was given to me. No matter what I wish I was, I can never be human.
Oh?
But Yukun and them, Mitsuru-san and Yukari-san, and even Ken-kun all think of me as someone precious. I'm the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I'm Labras, a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I see. Since you just awakened to your persona, I thought you could be shaken up again. But circumstances have changed. Allowed to change you by force. Now bring on the ring!
Sorry, there's a lot of noise. With that, the fake Yukun draws his sword. At the same time, 4 red pillars fall from the sky and land around us. I'm trapped. This will have invisible walls just like the other time. This closed-off space won't open until one of us is defeated. In other words,
You really want to do this, huh? Sorry, but I ain't about to hold back.
Don't underestimate me. I may be artificial, but I'm a complete copy. Based on everything there is to know about the real person, I'll prove it to you. Persona!
No way. They can't be.
Now, show the true power of an anti-shadow weapon!
so be it then.
Final. Fight!
Take this!
Shrimp!
In the end, the victor was no surprise.
A good fight. That was sufficient. My objective has been accomplished.
Even though I fought fiercely, my body performed smoothly thanks to my recent maintenance. The big Yukun had fallen to the ground at my final strike, and its form begins to bubble into a black ooze and fall apart.
It really was a shadow.
The melting Yukon suddenly spits out balls of golden light. These orbs pass through the school gate and fly up towards the tower looming over the school building. The sounds of our battle echo away, and silence envelops the area again.
Labrys-san! Ken-kun! Koromaru-san!
I'm overcome with surprise as Ken-kun makes his way to me. Koromaru-san had been at Ken-kun's side, but he dashes over to me.
I'm so glad you're safe. Is something wrong?
Ken-kun has a worried expression. Even though the fake Yukon has been a shadow, the harsh words coming from what appeared to be Yukun's face had still left me agitated. But
Nah, I'm okay.
I won't be deceived any longer. We have to save the others and solve this case as soon as we can. Ken-kun seems to notice my resolve and nods to me.
If anything comes up, please feel free to talk to me about it. That is, if you're okay with sharing it with me.
I thank Ken-kun and then suggest that we compare whatever information we've gathered up to now. The enemy seems to be using fakes made from shadows to challenge us to fights. Ken-kun reports that he encountered a copy of himself, but he was saved by Kandi-kun and Naoto-kun in the nick of time. Thank goodness. Yukun and his friends have noticed the strange situation that has befallen this town. I decide to tell Ken-kun about what happened a moment ago, including my unease as well.
I see. That must have been tough. Yeah, I got to wondering what I would do if the real Yukun thought the same way. And that got me all scared. It's difficult to truly believe in other people. Ken-kun? It would be easy for me to say that he'd never think that way about you. But people are weak. They can't help but believe in things that make life easier for them. That's only deceiving yourself, though. You need to have resolve if you want to learn the truth. Even if that means getting hurt yourself. Resolve. If you're worried about the truth, then I believe you should go to him directly and find out how he feels. Otherwise, you'll never be true friends. Ken-kun. Oh, I'm sorry for being so impolite. It's easy to tell others to learn unpleasant truths, but it's more like I'm trying to convince myself.
Koromaru-san stares up at me. I feel that he's telling me that what Ken-kun is saying is right. I should find out for myself. If Yukun and his friends are heading there as well, I'll see them eventually. I should use that time to...
I see. A relationship between two people cannot be formed until they speak their minds to one another. Doing so requires this resolve.
Who's there?
We stand ready at the sudden voice. A silver-haired man wearing dark blue clothing steps from the shadows of the school gate. Where did he come from? My radar didn't detect him at all. Wait, I'm still not detecting him?
Who are you?
Ah, how truly rude of me. My name is Theodore. I didn't intend to eavesdrop on you, but as I wandered in search of cola, I found myself here.
That blue costume. Are you connected to Elizabeth?
Such a vibrant shade of blue. His distinctive clothing looks familiar. Elizabeth, the girl who I met during the previous case, would also help me remember a number of things. She remembered in my dream. She appeared in my dream earlier today too, and said some deeply meaningful things before disappearing. The man standing before me has an air similar to hers.
My, so you know of my sister.
Labrys-san, is this person an enemy? Probably not. Elizabeth helped me realize a ton of stuff, but... well, she came on a little strong sometimes.
Oh? Was she rude to you? She once forced me to eat a large quantity of cinnamon, and I thought my mouth was going to be desiccated forever.
Poor Theodore. Oh my god.
Cinnamon?
Please, don't worry about it. It is merely a bittersweet page from our youths.
I see. Oh, right. My name's Labris. This is Ken-kun and Koromaru-san. They're my... Well, it's nice to meet you, Theodore. We're Labris-san's comrades. Comrades.
Thank you for the polite introductions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Comrades. I was embarrassed, but the way Ken-kun said it without any hesitation warms my heart. I do have many comrades right now who are with me. The way they interact with me naturally makes me think that perhaps I'm the only one who minds what I am. I feel like such a fool for being so anxious. I can't help but smile.
By the way, on a different subject, has anyone seen my sister Elizabeth anywhere?
Elizabeth? Nah. The last time I saw her was in a dream. I haven't seen her around here.
Is that so? There's something I was meaning to ask her if I managed to find her. I saw traces of cinnamon along the road here, so I thought that she might have come this way.
Elizabeth is here? She said that in her dream that she was searching for power. If she happened to come across this town, well, it's such a special situation. Wouldn't it make sense that she would come to this tower?
Ah, please forgive me. It seems I've detained you for too long. Please, do not be alarmed. I have no intention of getting in your way.
Oh, that's right. We need to hurry. Labra-san, shall we get going? Huh? But don't we have to wait for Yukari-san? Do you remember what that General Teddy said when he showed up on the monitor? Oh, if we don't fight and win the P1 climax within an hour, the world will end. Yes, that's why I think it's important we rescue Mitsuru-san and the others as quickly as possible. Yukari-san will be fine. Junpei-san's strong too, after all.
Ken-kun seems so sure that Yukari-san and Junpei will be alright. Is this what it means to believe in others?
Alright, let's go. See you, Theodore.
Please, take care. Still, where am I to obtain this cola?
Theodore walks away, mumbling to himself, and then the three of us head into the school building. Is this the end? No. Okay, got it. When we enter the school building, we find that the red fog has filled halls as well, ruining our visibility. The hallways seem to run on forever, and the classrooms lining both sides are distorted. Though this is similar to the way this building had been in the TV world, the red fog increases the creepiness tenfold. The fog even mutes our footsteps as we proceed. As we walk along, Koromaru-san growls.
Koromaru-san? It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
The door reading music room is slightly ajar, and the fog is pouring through the crack. I put my hand on the door. Ken-kun and I slowly nod to one another. I throw open the door, and Ken-kun and Koromaru-san rush inside. I follow them. In the center of the music room is a cross just like the ones we saw on the monitor in the helicopter. This person tied to it is Akiko-san.
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once.
Who? Ken?
Ken-kun rushes over to the cross and unbinds Akiko-san. Akiko-san is quite weak, and he stumbles once he is released from the ropes. Ken-kun and I hold him up on our shoulders.
Thanks for saving me, Ken, Labris, and Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your stories, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Ah, am I late again?
Sorry, guys. My bad.
I turn around in surprise at a sudden voice from behind us. A man wearing a backwards baseball cap is standing at the music room's door.
Oh, hey, Ken and Koromaru. And, are you Labras?
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Junpei-san. Beginning personal scan. Identified. Junpei Iori. As I thought, he's another of Mitsuru-san's comrades from high school. He is currently listed as a member of the auxiliary staff of the Shadow Operatives.
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Ken-kun's expression changes, and he quietly moves his spear into a combat position. Scanning subject confirmed as a shadow.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I wasn't gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before.
Ken-kun laughs to himself and takes a step forward. Koromaru-san stands close by him. Seeing the two of them so ready for battle makes me blurt out my doubts.
Hey, Ken-kun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies? I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what if that's the real one?
Ken-kun smiles at me. He then explains himself in a tone of voice that makes him feel silly for doubting him.
That's a silly question, Labras-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down. Truly challenged? Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in. Even if I must do so against my own companions.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Labras, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me to submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the rain!
Fake Junpei-san summons the red pillars. Akiko-san looks confused for a moment, but Ken-kun explains the rules to him.
Selfish rules as always. Now, normally I'd take him on, but let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this.
Akiko-san smiles happily and takes a step back. Ken-kun stands firmly in front of the shadow and takes a position. Resolve is so powerful that this young man looks strong, even to me. But I can't forget that I'm a shadow operative as well.
I can do it too.
Was that even a question? Of course I'm going to be playing as Labras.
Final.
Don't let this wind get to your head. Keep training.
Cracks from in the red pillars as they crumble into dust, then vanish entirely. At the same time, the form of the fake Junpei-san melts into a black vortex. The proof that we have been fighting a fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Kuromura-san speaks up as if trying to get our attention. The remains of the shadow swirling around the center of the room release small balls of light that rise into the void above the room.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun, too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us Persona users, has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the Persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. Oh, it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san recovered his senses somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we have experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from his normal condition. He appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We leave the music room and decide to look for some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes were all going upwards, we conclude that there must be something above us that we're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried. What, does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met. Huh. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two. You can't!
Don't!
Oh my god. They were so concerned. They were just instantly rebuttal.
You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
Those two had been so calm and rational when confronted with the fake Junpei-san. Seeing them so distraught over the thought of this, I can't help but laugh. Akiko-san and Ken-kun smile with embarrassment. Kuromura-san walks so coolly, as if this was no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to really express your true feelings. Alright everyone, I'm gonna be ending it here because it's getting later as far as the video is concerned. There was so much noise in here, and I'm sure the microphone picked it up better than usual because the gain on this is intense, and I still need to find a good setting for it if I'm recording in the morning. But I may just start recording at night from now on again, because it really just sets my mind at ease not having noise. even if you guys are like not hearing it, it's still like I hyperfixate on it again. It's hard to explain. I can't help it. It just makes me want to end things sooner or whatever. But yeah, everyone, if you all enjoyed, please do consider subscribing and leaving a like and a comment for me down below. And as always, until next time, everyone, I hope that you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all again sometime soon. Goodbye for now. Boop.